You probably noticed there's a lot of stuff happening right now for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Marvel has pivoted away from Kang into Doctor Doom. We've got 2 Avengers movies on the horizon, including Secret Wars, which promises to wrap up the multiversal saga and potentially set up a soft reboot for the MCU. There are a lot of questions as to how this is going to work and what we will be seeing in these movie films. But in this video, I want to talk about the #1 question that fans have about the next few years and the end of the multiverse saga. That question is, are the Battle World movies real? Now, if you just awkwardly looked around the class because you have no idea what a Battle World movie could be, don't worry.
That's why I'm here.
In this video, I'm going to explain what the Battle World projects are, why fans are so excited about them. I want to go over every single leak and rumor that we have had because, yes, there is actual evidence that the Battle World projects are real. And then I want to geek out about what I think Marvel will actually do with the Battle World projects. Oh my God, there's some incredible options here, including the long-rumored show with Chris Evans as Captain America as he returns all of the Infinity Stones after Endgame. This shit is hype! First, what even is a Battle World project? Battle World is the name of the planet that Secret Wars takes place on. In the original Secret Wars, it's created by the Beyonder. It destroys a whole galaxy and then takes all the matter from that galaxy and mixes it up and creates Battle World. And in the most recent version of Secret Wars, Doctor Doom reaches out into the shattered multiverse, grabbing up little pieces, and he smashes them all together to create Battle World. Now, in both the original Secret Wars and in the most recent Secret Wars, there are stories that take place on Battle World. In the old Secret Wars, there were a lot of characters that stayed behind on Battle World, like Ben Grimm actually stays behind on Battle World. He is replaced by She-Hulk on the Fantastic Four for a while in comics. And in the most recent version of Secret Wars, there were a lot of stories that took place on Battle World. And I will admit that the new Battle World, or I guess the more modern version of Battle World with Doctor Doom grabbing up the whole multiverse, that Battle World had a lot more unique sectors. It had interesting places like the Green Zone where all the Hulks are at. It had a whole place where the Marvel zombies were constantly trying to take everything over, and it was all enclosed in a big wall called the Shield. And different regions of Battle World were ruled by different famous Marvel characters. So like Apocalypse had a domain, Mr. Sinister had a domain. And what the Battle World stories were stories outside of the main Secret Wars book that involved characters on Battle World just having crazy comic book fun. There was a whole story of a version of Captain America that was stuck in the Green Zone with all the different Hulks. There was a whole civil war with alternate reality versions of the Marvel heroes having an actual civil war that was over territorial disputes. And the Battle World projects in Marvel Comics were a place to have ramped up what if kind of fun. I remember there was a moment where the Punisher's possessed by Doctor Strange. That was really cool. There was Spider-Verse stuff that happened on Battle World. It was really cool. And so that's what the Battle World projects were in Marvel Comics, and a lot of fans just expected that these would also be things that happened in the MCU. Because if you're doing the live action version of Secret Wars and you want to have a lot of multiversal what if style fun, why wouldn't you just do some projects on Battle World? Okay, so now that you know that, let's talk about the actual evidence for Battle World beyond just the speculation. First time that I ever saw Battle World officially mentioned by sources or for a leak and a rumor happened during the release of Ant-Man Quantumania. Do you remember that there was a leak on the Marvel Studios Spoilers subreddit where people took what was essentially the closed captions for Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania and then released that publicly via the Marvel Studios Spoilers subreddit? I'm bringing that up because that actually got that subreddit into pretty hot water because that's copywritten material, the actual transcripts of Quantumania. And when that stuff was revealed, I remember that Marvel, or I guess Disney, actually sued Reddit or subpoenaed them to try to get them to give up the identity of the user that had leaked that Quantumania script. Well, right before that leak for Quantumania came out, there was a huge drop of information by the moderating team of that subreddit. And this leak was nuts. It called a whole bunch of stuff that ended up being proven correct. And this was the first time that I ever saw Battle World actually officially leaked out by somebody that had sources for Marvel Studios. Because within this big leak, they discussed the idea of Battle World projects. In fact, this leak actually dropped the Nomad project as being the Chris Evans project where he's going to take all of the stones back and potentially end up on Battleworld. But that's not all, because recently Alex Perez of the Cosmic Circus told everybody during a Q&A that he had been told a rumor a long time ago of Battleworld project.
Well.
And of course, we already know that Spider-Man 4 is going to take place after Doomsday and before Secret Wars. And the rumors around that movie include the fact that the film will take place in a new version of the 616 timeline. And so you could think of Spider-Man 4 as a Battle World project, even though it's technically just taking place on a version of Earth. And to be completely honest with you, there's a lot of stuff we don't know about Spider-Man 4. Like, it might potentially start on this new Earth, and then Peter and other characters like Tom Hardy's Venom may well leave Earth and go out there into the cosmos to try to get to Doom or stop some other big villain. And this leads us to a really interesting question. Will there actually be a Battle World for Battle World type projects to even happen on? And I think there actually will be, but I don't know that I would classify Spider-Man 4 as a Battle World project, but I guess it could be. It just kind of depends on where they go from there. Now, I want to shout out Kinda Culty here. Tay does an incredible YouTube channel where he breaks down Marvel rumors and leaks in depth and does a lot of speculating. I love Kinda Culty's content. But one of the things he's been bringing up a lot in videos is this idea that the Void, which we see in Loki and then we also see in Deadpool and Wolverine, that place where everything is just going before it's completely disassembled by Alioth, that could actually become Battleworld. Because right now the universe is dying, it's decaying, timelines are being destroyed, and stuff is ending up on the Void. More stuff than we saw in Loki. Like, there's a lot more stuff in Deadpool and Wolverine on the Void than there was in the Loki show. And so it stands to reason that if in the events of Doomsday, the entire multiverse is collapsed and then there just becomes a singular universe, which again is just a rumor for now, but that's kind of what it seems like they're going to do, then there'll be so many people in so many different universes on the Void, making it potentially Battleworld. And in fact, it is possible that elements from the 2015 Secret Wars, which saw different regions of Battleworld actually ruled by lieutenants or governors or dukes, all of which were loyal to Doom and probably handpicked by Doom, well, maybe we'll get a version of that in the MCU Battleworld. And so it is technically still possible that you will see Battleworld movies or Battleworld shows on an actual Battleworld via the Void during this whole crazy space in between Doomsday and Secret Wars. But if we go back to the original leak that was in that big Marvel Studios spoilers subreddit dump, one of the things that was wild about that was they referred to it as a Battleworld universe. And now thinking about the context of Spider-Man 4 and the recent reports from Alex Perez saying that he did indeed hear rumors of Battleworld projects, it is possible every single project between Doomsday and Secret Wars will technically be a Battleworld project because it'll be in a Battleworld universe, which could actually offer up a huge variety of different projects. Like, one of the theories I'm currently playing with is that Sakaar will exist in this new Doctor Doom created universe, and it may well serve as something like the Roman Colosseum for this new universe under God Emperor Doom. And I partially think that because there are rumors that we will actually see the different Spider-Man, like Toby, Andrew, and Tom, all actually have to fight against each other during Secret War, and partially because of some of the Planet Hulk rumors and World War Hulk rumors that have been just surrounding this entire space for the past couple of years. So that's like some of the rumors and why I think the Battleworld projects could absolutely be real. Of course, there's a caveat here because it seems like Marvel has changed a lot of stuff, even from the time of that initial leak. It really seems like they're trying to fast track to the end of Secret Wars, do the soft reboot, and get into the mutant stuff, which I'm super excited for. But the concern becomes maybe they're not going to do as many Battleworld projects as they originally intended to. So what could these Battleworld projects be? Well, the number one pick for me, of course, would be the Nomad show, which would involve Chris Evans as Captain America attempting to put all of the Infinity Stones back, like at the end of Endgame. And honestly, when I saw Chris Evans get on that platform with a suitcase full of Infinity Stones and Mjolnir, I immediately thought the next time we're going to see that guy is during Secret Wars. It's just too good of a setup, man. Cap with the hammer and the stones. I feel like he might just show up at the right time during the events of Secret Wars. But there are also long-standing rumors that they're going to develop a show which would show Cap trying to put these stones back. And imagine a scenario in which Cap is out there trying to put the stones back, but the entire universe is being remade by Doctor Doom while he is doing that. This would essentially see Captain America lost in time in an unknown universe, knowing that something is terribly wrong and feeling as though he has to do something about it. And the possibilities are literally endless here. Like, this isn't even confined to him meeting characters that he met during the events of the Infinity Saga. Like, a lot of people are excited for him to see the Red Skull on Vormir, but he doesn't have to do that. I mean, the Red Skull could literally be the ruler of an entire planet. Maybe Vormir is transformed into this universe under Doom. There's just so many crazy things they could do with it, and seeing Steve Rogers with a bunch of Infinity Stones and Mjolnir trying to make sense of this collapsing multiverse and the craziness that could be happening. Oh my God, I really hope they make that show. Another option is Blade, because there seems to be a lot of reports that Blade could still take place during the events of the Multiverse Saga, and there are a lot of rumors that Wesley Snipes' Blade is actually going to be a part of Secret Wars. So maybe we get Mahershala Ali's Blade, who might be currently hanging out with Dane Whitman, and we see a movie kind of similar to what we currently think Spider-Man 4 will be like, in which Blade is now in a new universe, trying to make sense of it, trying to figure out what's going on, and his connection to the supernatural could be the way by which he figures out that this is a falsely created reality. And I know it's a wild prospect to imagine Mahershala Ali's Blade movie becoming multiversal and him hanging out with Wesley Snipes, but it would also just be awesome. And that's really what the Battle World projects promise. Like, all of the awesome stuff. Like, I would love to see those two Blades together. I'd love to see Ben Affleck and Charlie Cox as Daredevils together. I'd love to see all four of the different Punishers together. This would be insane. So there's reasons to believe that this could happen. And I think projects with these characters would be mind-blowing. And then probably the craziest Battle World movie of them all would be some version of Avengers vs. X-Men. This is actually rumored to be real. It's rumored to go into production and start filming next year. And I think this would be the coolest freaking Battle World project ever. Like, it could exist on a singular planet. It could exist on Battle World, where there's different regions, like the mutants have a region, the Avengers have a region, and then they go to war, which could all be a manipulation by Doctor Doom to keep the heroes occupied so they don't take Doom out. You could have all kinds of different variants and fun versions of Avengers characters, of the X-Men characters. Go back through the whole Fox catalog. Go back through all the old versions of the Avengers movies. Have the most multiversal fun and have the Avengers fighting against the X-Men in an Elseworld Battle World setting. Oh my God. So as you can see, I'm pretty excited about the prospect of the Battle World projects. Technically speaking, we still don't know if these are real, but there's a lot of mounting evidence that a version of this will happen. Let me know what you think about this. Do you want this to happen? What multiversal Elseworld Battle World movies would you want to see? Let me know in the comment section below. And as I always say, I hope you are having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.